My head! It feels like someone's twiddled with my DAB preset without asking. Where am I? The last thing I remember was something on a zoo, a glowing, swirly thing.
Careful, you've had a bit of a shock. After effects of going through the portal.
The what? Sorry, but who are you? Where am I? What am I doing here?
Blev Blarrant, ex-project supervisor and freelance space commander. You're locked in the luxury wing of Relaxo Cabin's orbiting leisure complex.
Well, that explains your quasi-futuristic unitard and clipboard, though not the perm. I'm Advick Goose, inadvertent time traveller.
Charmed, Advick. As to why you're here, the AI system running this installation went insane, locked me in here, while it went off on a recruitment crusade. I suspect that's why you're here, at least in part.
Do all orbiting leisure complexes come with a complementary force field across the door?
It's a safety feature, normally only used in the event of a breach in atmospheric containment, although it also makes a pretty effective prison cell too.
I assume you've tried breaking through the force field. I do so detest being locked up, given the crushing irregularity with which it occurs to me.
I've thought it through. Alone, escape wasn't possible, but together, if we simultaneously hit alternate corners, we might disrupt its energy matrix enough to escape.
How delightfully proactive! WHeasel could learn a thing or two from you. Very well, Commander Blarrant. Let's blow this crazy joint, and wherever this crazy orbiting joint is.
Brace yourself. Let's to it!
Oh, I think I've strained my beak.
Cheer up, Advick. We're free. My equipment's in that locker across the hall. Ha! If that's the best Relaxo Cabin's transient sentient can manage, we'll easily overcome it.
What a pleasure it is to finally work with someone semi-competent. Chasing after some stolen zoo animals, Dr. WHeasel and companions are enmeshed in the galactic domination schemes of a rogue orbiting leisure park, Relaxo Cabins. Can they avert catastrophe, or even find a couple of emus in Dr. WHeasel and the Zoogone Incursion, Part 3?
I hope your plan's as cunning as your namesake, Dr. WHeasel. Letting this thing sample your time weasel genes to create an unbeatable army, well, feels like utter madness.
Don't count me out yet, Briggy. I've a corker of a scheme to save us.
Excellent. Something spacey, I'd imagine. Venusian escape artistry, possibly? Or Mercurian thought transference? No, wait, I know. Jovian mind manipulation.
You know, Brigade Leader, that none of those things actually exist? Anyway, my scheme's much more down to earth.
You're going to use your sonic toothbrush to flip your restraints open and engage Relaxo Cabins in a psychic duel!
No. I was planning to really annoy it so much it would pop a circuit. Or something. And you know, I can be pretty darned annoying when I try hard.
Don't take this the wrong way, Doctor, but I'm beginning to have serious qualms about your suitability for the position of Saviour of the Universe.
You'll be the first. Okay, Relaxo Dummy, let's get on with this.
Palm guards, repair the Needletronic 4000F.
Needletronic 4000F? Tell me, Relaxo Cabins, do you buy all your equipment at the discount villain Econo warehouse? Because I think it would really pay dividends to splash a bit of cash on some brand name products once in a while, rather than relying on Earthstat's wannabe crapola.
Quite finished, Dr. WHeasel? I sense the universe will not miss your trivial mutterings.
Now that's a tad harsh. Once in a while, he actually says something worth listening to. As I recall, he told this joke at the Entity Christmas Bash that was quite a wheeze.
You really know who your friends are when the chips are down?
Irrelevant to the end, Time Weasel. Let the genetic harvesting protocols begin.
Not so fast. Put your hands up and cease what you're doing.
I don't think those plant things have hands. Fronds, maybe, Commander Blarrant?
Palm guards, restrain the new organics.
High time we pruned some of this sentient shrubbery.
Sentient shrubbery?
Yes, of her other thing, that's what she did say. Let's hope they're not the last of their kind. Genocide can really get you into the most unpleasant pickles.
Unstrap that weasel, Advick, and let's get out of here. There's no telling what other tricks this complex might have up its air ducts.
This is a minor setback. You are all trapped deep within me. I control every aspect within this complex, and every route away from it.
Darn it. I'd rather hoped you wouldn't remember that.
There's a computer, Doctor. Why would it forget anything?
If it controls everything, does that include the life support systems as well?
You had to go and say that, didn't you, Brigade Leader?
Come on, people. The emergency systems will keep us alive long enough to reach the Prime Command Node. It's nearby, and if we can get there, we can override Relaxo's controls and return this leisure complex to manual operations.
Oi, Curly. I'd only get the orders around here, so if you don't mind, chummy come lately, leave it to the experts?
Dr. WHeasel, I normally wouldn't correct you, but what Blarrant's suggesting sounds like a very workable plan to me. If we take the HQ, we pull the plug on this electronic dictator.
All right, have it your way. My plan to engage it in a battle of wits would be far more telegenic and dramatic, though.
Don't be a tame grump. Come on, this is our chance to shut this madhouse down and, by the way, did you find any of the animals yet?
No, and it's funny you should mention that. Other than these walking trees, I'm not seeing any sign at all of...
Doctor, it's a legion of lions, a multitude of monkeys, a platoon of penguins.
There's thousands of them. Remind me again, Brigade Leader, just how big was this zoo?
Couldn't have been more than about 100 animals at most, Advick.
Right, the Tonomatic 3000. Relaxo Cabin must have duplicated all the animals umpteen times over and enslaved them all to its malign digital will.
Whatever it's done, Doctor, the only way to the command node is right through that salivating squadron of sea lions. But then Relaxo Cabins reckoned without Blev Blarrant and her distro-phasmatic pistol. Yeehaw!
Quick, you two. While Blev's distracting the animals by letting herself get eaten, we can sneak into the command node.
Shouldn't we just stay and try and help her? She did assist my escape, after all. Okay, Doctor. Let's get to that node.
Now, where's that override? Quick, both of you, look around. We need to find it before...
Before my animals break in and feast upon you, I'll have to extract your DNA post-mortem time, Weasel. No matter, my schemes will continue unchecked.
Sorry, thought we were a little too pressed for time for a long conversation with that automaton. Saw this big red button and thought, what the heck?
Brigade Leader Archway Badger. That was right out of the old Dr. WHeasel playbook. Although, try and let me save the day next time. Although, that said, nice work. Looks like you activated the reverse mass transit of all the animals at the same time. Right back to where they came from.
All the animals? Doctor, ZooZoo Galaore only had dozens of animals. If all the animals on Relaxo Cabins have gone back, won't that mean...
Oh, Doctor, I need to get back to Earth and take charge of Entity pronto. Thousands of wild animals roaming the streets of Britain. The Prime Minister's going to flip his wig. It'll be like Millwall staying at home all over again.
Do you think the Brigade Leader's going to be okay, Doctor?
Yes, Advick. Sure, he's going to have enough manure for his gardens to grow roses 10 miles high. But look on the bright side. A lot of those animals are right off the endangered species list. Now, pass me that tool. No, I want the other one. I think I need to do a little reprogramming of the Relaxo Cabin systems before we head home.
As Dr. WHeasel reshapes Relaxo Cabins into a resort that won't try to clone and kill every tourist who arrives, we bid farewell to him and Advick. But don't fret, for the time Weasel Wanderer without Wellingtons will return before you know it, in Dr. WHeasel. Goose Shock. Dr. Weasel is a Weasel Cellular Enterprise production. This script from an idea by Elliot Stewart, featuring Randolph Weasel as Dr. Weasel, Commander Blev Goose and Advick Goose, John Gallicole as the Brigade Leader, Mike Talks as Relaxo Cabin, and Melissa Stanton as Blev Blarrant.